The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that... Sails over the inline.
Okay, break. 66. Bullet high. 299.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
On first down, Westbrook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They run with Edwards, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you, and maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Back.
Now a give, right side. Westbrook. And a solid run down inside the 30. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Lockett. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now a run with Edwards. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Running on first down, Eckler. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
2nd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Good job.
We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 50. Wait. Come on. You better bring.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Charlie. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
2nd and 4. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. A big-time play there for the Texans. 45 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Carson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up.
A give. Eckler running to the right. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Switch.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force them into a field goal attempt.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Big stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. H3, 218, chopper. Check, crunch. And go.
They'll run here with Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
22 jet bomber. Safety screaming. Let's go.
Here is Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Carson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, come on. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Brings up second and 3 at the Texans' 31-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Wow.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, Westbrook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
I know he ain't got it.
They'll run with Mack, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready? Let's go. What we got?
Here's Edwards. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They'll run on first down. Westbrook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
26 Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 66. Pull it. Time. Check.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Looking to throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Give it. You go tight. You're out. You got tight right there. He did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Come
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Push him back. Push him back. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Go. 26 Mike, 26.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check 24, check 24.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll drop to throw. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 points. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run it with Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
Now a give right side. It's Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
2nd and 6. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in a... And he coughed it up, and the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight end. We got 4.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
48-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Check. A little flare.
Now a give right side. Westbrook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 26. Now the wolf. 26 Ricky. 26 Mike. Hey, keep it up. 26 Mike.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Westbrook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and 11. Left side complete to Lockett. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Check. Watch out. Rotate. Spell. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Coming. Hey, check 24. Hut.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check hot route. Hot. What? Go.
On 3rd down, Westbrook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right down Broadway. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get it.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Colts, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.